Hello everybody. Felicia here with another layout for the Spiegel Mom Scraps design team. Yay! I am super excited to use this mix because it was so pretty and it stood out because of the photos that I have here. And so I am using the Ice Cream Dream. Yes, I am. And it is beautiful too, by the way. It worked out perfectly for my photos because it has the same colors as my photos do. So I decided to create something a little different than I normally do with these sequins here. And so you're going to go on a journey with me as I try this new method out. And I really liked how it turned out. I actually enjoyed the process of it, but I really liked how it turned out as well. So what I'm doing right now is I am backing these photos with a little bit of black, and then I am going to get some green paper here to bring out some of the colors that are in the photo as well as some of the colors that are in the sequences too. So it's really going to come together once I get done here matting everything and making it look pretty cool here. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now these photos, okay, so I'll go to those. These photos are pictures that I have taken on different hiking trips. And this is the scenery that I decided to pause and take a little time to take. And I really love the scenery. One of them is in El Dorado Hills here in California, and the other one is in Marin County, which is also here in California, going more towards San Francisco. And the other one is Clementine area, where it's going towards the El Dorado Hills as well. So the Clementine and the El Dorado Hills are close together. So awesome, what I'm using is part of my Ali Edwards kit here. So but that is not the spotlight of this particular layout. What the spotlight is the sequences. So if you can see, I've drawn like a little half circle up there, and I really don't have a circle ruler, so I just used my thickers alignment thingy there where you put your thickers on so that you can get them in a circular position or whatever the case may be. So that's what I have on there right now. And actually that's what I'm using to make the little half circles in the design. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that each one of these little rays are attached to a photo, and the way the photos are going on here and how the rays are attaching to them is exactly how I'm going to have the rays going down. Now the rays are going to be beautiful. They're going to be super sparkly because I'm going to be using the sequences with it. But what I loved about this process was, oh my gosh, just pretty much just gluing down those sequences. I kid you not. I mean, it's just really therapeutic for me. So I enjoy doing that. So you can see me right here just getting the photos lined up here and making sure that everything is up to par and putting it down. So I am definitely making sure. I can tell by the glue that's put it down, and I'm making sure. Anyway, so back to the photos. So these are the photos that I took during those different hiking excursions that I took. Now there's been other hiking trails that I've been on here this year. I just haven't gotten down to getting those photos printed out yet, but I did do, I think, about 7 different trails this year. So it is July and I really want to do some more, so I'm going to try to do some more. Anyway, so now what I'm doing, I'm taking all these hearts here that I have, these chipboard hearts here, and I am filling up the circle that I made with them, because I'm going to tell you, if I don't use a product, it'll sit and sit and sit and sit and sit in my stash until it gets old. And I'm trying my best not to do that anymore. So this is what I'm doing with the hearts. I'm filling in and making that circle with these hearts and stuff. So that even though these particular chipboards belong to a particular kit, I still wanted to use them. I think there was 2 of them in the kit anyway. So I got a whole nother pack of those in the kit to use at a later date. So that's what I'm doing with those, and I'm just putting those in there and filling up that circle. So back to the hiking. So I decided to go ahead and hike because I was watching. Okay, so I know this is crazy and I know but I went on my first hike last year, and God knows how long, last year in 2020. And I saw people who were twice my age, and I saw people who were older than me, of course, just walking like it was nothing. I was struggling, and I have a lower, in other words, below the waist, my legs are thinner than the rest of my body, except for my thighs, of course, and that's really a large muscle there. But I really do have a hard time with uphill adventures, even when I was in good shape and I was running. It is something about me and hills. I just really have a hard time with the uphill of it all. So I saw these people who were way older than me just going up the hill like it was nothing during this hiking. And I'm like, you know what? That's it. I've had it. I'm going to work on this. And so I did. It's taken me some time, but I can get up the hills now without any problem. But boy, let me tell you, it took a little bit. It took quite a bit for me to even get my thighs together. I mean, I had to do squats. I had to do all kinds of stuff just to get them in shape just to do this. So, but I'm glad I can now and I don't have any issues. But I don't know what it was. I still don't know what it is. Anyway, enough about that. You can see me right now. I am gathering up all the sequences that I want and making sure that I have the sequences down here in a going along the curve there of the rays that I put on the layout there. And this is going to be fun. I mean, I know it looks like a cluster, but I couldn't help doing this. I saw this and I sketched it out. And I'm like, you know what? And at first I had something else, and then I had just a few sequences. And then I thought to myself, well, why don't I just go ahead and just do the whole entire rays, make the whole thing into sequences, and then that way it'll come out pretty cool. So you can see me there straightening them up. I straighten them up a little bit more so as I start gluing them all down, but this was the greatest therapeutic process ever for me. And I just did it. I just pretty much just glued them all down and just had a ball. So I didn't show you that process because it took a long time. It took about a half an hour for me to get those all down and glue them all so that at least have, like a little curve coming out. And so I didn't show you that process. So I got these butterflies. They were in my stash, of course, and I'm going to be putting those on the layout too, because I decided to finish up and use up that package that I had started in the last layout, where I took the pink colored butterflies and used them on my last layout. So this time I'm using the green and gold ones, and they work perfect with the sequence as well. So what I'm doing is I am journaling on those circles. So the circles have a little bit of journaling on them, just pretty much telling you what sites these were and where I took these photos and stuff. So that's all I'm journaling here. But these photos are just going to always be remembered as the hiking photos. I don't know why I laughed at that. I just think it's funny. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting down the butterflies, and I'm strategically putting them down. I was going to put them down at the end of the sequences, but I didn't want it to take away from it. So I put them, kind of like on the layout in different, going in different directions for all of them. So all right, so I think I am getting them all down here. I am purposefully taking my time with this layout because I liked how it turned out. I think it's pretty cool once it was all done, and everything. And because I did more to it than, you'll see here, I do more to this layout than, before. But I really like that. I like the butterflies. I like the circles. I like the rays. I like the fact that I filled in that circle with the hearts. It is something different. Someone might come away with an idea like this or something like that, but I just really love the way this all worked together, and they're all just, everything's working together, the colors and everything. So, and that's what I like the most about that. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting some hearts by the circles to add some, something to them, a little something to them. And I am putting them pretty much on the layout. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what the heck, man? What is she gonna do with what else is she gonna do with this layout? It's got a lot of stuff on it already. Well, you'll see in a minute here, because right now I'm just making sure everything is set. And you see that gold Heidi Swap mist over there. I am definitely putting that down on the layout there. And so I'm probably over getting my alphas for this layout. So because I didn't forget to put the title, I just forgot to grab the ones that I wanted. I just went over and got them. But I have so many thickers, you guys, and I told myself I'm not buying. I have not bought. I think I've been on the biggest spending freeze here for the last 6 months. I haven't bought anything new other than my regular kit that I get, and I only get one kit, and that is from Allie Edwards. I haven't bought anything. I am on 2 design teams, and I'm collecting lots and lots of goodies from them. But I haven't bought anything new in 6 months, you guys. I've been just going in my stash, and it's been feeling good to do that because it gets overwhelming when I have a little too much stuff and I keep constantly getting the stuff in the mail, and then I'm not using it as fast as I want it to, and things like that. So these alphas are old. They're very old. They are Pebbles, I think, from Pebbles, I think it is. And I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this title. And I finally figured out, because I really wanted it to kind of stand out a little bit. And that's exactly where I decided that I wanted to put it, right along that arch there. And it worked out great because I like that. And like I said, I've been trying different things, new things. And so that's what I'm doing with this title. Now, as I'm taking these alphas off, the sticky part of the alphas is not coming off anymore. That's how long I've had these. These been in my stash for that long. But no worries, because guess what I do? I end up just gluing them down anyway. It's like curate. How do you say that? Oh my gosh, I can't even get it. Anyway, it's just like it's paper, but it's got ridges in it, and for the life of me, I can't remember what that was called. But anyway, so I am putting those down along that arch. That's exactly where I decided to put it, because I'm connecting with nature here, and I'm having a great old time, trust me, with all these hiking trips and things, and taking these photos of these beautiful outdoors and things like that. So let's see now. I can see I have to glue down all the letters because there's no sticky. There's no sticky on the back. The sticky got left on the sheet that I pulled them off of. So I am true to tell you right now that no matter how old your stuff gets, there's always a way around working with it. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, these have been in my stash for, I want to say 5 years. Yeah, I think about 5 years. So, like I said, you can use your stuff. You can use your stuff no matter how old it gets with the new stuff. And that's what I'm doing right here. So, I think once I put these letters down, I think that's when I start going kind of a little hog wild with the spray. So, yeah, there they are. They're down and they're glued, and they're not coming up because that glue that I use right there is the crafter's glue. And boy, that stuff doesn't let anything come up without tearing up your paper. Alrighty, so now I got that down, and I'm looking for covers to put over my photos because I don't want the mist to get on the majority of the photos. So I'm making sure that's covered up, and then I'm going to go ahead and start on my happy sprinkling spree there with the Heidi Swapp Gold Mist, which worked out perfectly with the sequences and the colors of the photo and everything once I get it all on there, and you'll see that. So I sprinkled this kind of really liberally. I mean, I just went hog wild a little bit because I wanted it to be in between the the sequence, and I wanted it to be like in that upper part there, really nice and neat, and make sure that it doesn't, get all in certain areas. And so that's why I blocked it off. And then what I did was I figured, okay, at the top there, and I'm just still sprinkling, as you can see. I'm like, okay, so I got some here and I got some at the top. Let me put some in the lower corner there. And so I kind of start going into the lower corner once I get those areas filled up with the mist, and then I start going down to the bottom there in the lower corner there. So I really didn't get it. I really didn't do a whole lot of sprinkling there as much as I wanted to. So I figured that that will be enough right there, because once it dried, it was beautiful. And the crazy thing about it is when the light hit it, it just bounced off. It was really cool with the sequences and everything. So, and I probably do it. But anyway, so I want to thank you guys so much. I am pretty much almost done with this. You can see I'm doing the bottom there. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to the Spiegel Mom Scraps channel. And be sure to check out her shop, because she has a lot more mixes than this that are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys once again, and have a great and wonderful, wonderful scrappy week. Bye-bye.